G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and today we're going to be looking at G.I. Joe United. We've got another villain battle here from the ever-growing range of G.I. Joe homebrew stuff here, the fan-made expansion that I've been working on, and also that James Irish has jumped on board and is starting to help us out with, so definitely go out and check the wiki there for his dial tone, his first hero that he's going to be featuring there. So there's definitely lots of stuff coming with G.I. Joe, including the Dreadnoks, a big multi-villain battle that I've just sort of finished making as well. So hopefully that will find its way to the channel as well. But right now we're going to be looking at a classic villain, and that is Storm Shadow. We're going to actually be looking at our first anti-hero for the G.I. Joe range, because we do also have a hero version, which I think I've shown off on the channel as well, but it took me a while to sort of get my head around how I was going to do a villain fight with him, but we finally got there, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this as well. Plus we're also going to be featuring the vehicle mode in this playthrough as well. I thought this would be a fun one to show off the vehicle mode in as well. So let's have a look at Storm Shadow. He is a character that I wasn't really sure how I wanted to show him, because he's generally sort of like an assassin, a ninja master, expert at archery as well. He's a bow master as well, but we've sort of seen a lot of that. I've definitely sort of covered the bow aspect in his hero version, and we've seen a lot of villains in the official content that sort of hunt down the heroes. They're sort of like assassins, and we've even seen that in a lot of the homebrew designs, especially by Nelly Nell's done a few of those type of characters as well. So I wasn't really sure how I wanted to show him, and then through reading the comics I found a really cool storyline where instead of being sort of like the assassin that goes out and hunts down the heroes, he's like a loyal bodyguard that is protecting Cobra Commander as he's trying to escape various forces. So I thought that'd be a really fun one to try with this. So yeah, bear with us, it's going to be a little bit of a different fight. So let's have a look at the back of his board here. It says special setup. Place the Cobra Commander token on the dashboard, and I believe I've put a token in the files if you want to print him off as well, but we're going to be using a model for that one. But yeah, place the Cobra Commander token on the dashboard, and then set the getaway tracker to the 1 position on the getaway track. So if we have a look here, we have a villainous plot and a heroic goal, and that's the getaway track. So if this track reaches 10, the heroes lose. It means Cobra Commander has escaped, or Storm Shadow has escaped with Cobra Commander. Or if it reaches the 0 space, the heroes win. And you will notice that there is some health here on Storm Shadow, but we'll have a look at that in a second, and it's always 6 regardless of the player count there as well. But this is how we win here, by getting the tracker to hit this 0 point. Let's have a look at his special rules. Heroes may not deal damage to Storm Shadow by any means. So this is irrelevant for the heroes, but there's a reason it's still here. Once 2 missions are cleared, so essentially what would become the vulnerable state for Storm Shadow, place the Cobra Commander token in Storm Shadow's location. So essentially the hiding phase is done. Storm Shadow has failed to manage to keep Cobra Commander's location a secret, and now all forces are out to try and capture Cobra Commander. So essentially once 2 missions are cleared, you put Cobra Commander in his location. When Storm Shadow moves, he moves Cobra Commander with him. The heroes can move Cobra Commander with them when they move, just like when they sort of move their other tokens. When heroes end their turn in a location with Cobra Commander, decrease the getaway track by 1, plus 1 for each location they are away from Storm Shadow. So if you can get into Storm Shadow's spot with Cobra Commander, the track will go down, but if you can sort of use your movement to also get away and get some distance between you and Storm Shadow, then you will decrease this track further. But if there's a KO, Storm Shadow advances the getaway track. So one of the things that will be helping him escape is by sort of causing KOs, causing you trouble so that you're sort of like having to deal with that. Let's have a look at his BAM. His BAM also automatically advances the getaway track by 1. then he deals 2 damage to a hero in his location, and in the opposite location as well, because he sort of shoots you with a bow as well, so he's sort of good up close and at range. If in Cobra Commander's location, move clockwise to the next location opposite a hero. Okay, so if he is in Cobra Commander's location, this is once Cobra Commander's on the board, he moves clockwise to the next location opposite a hero along with Cobra Commander. Then his overflow is that he advances the getaway track by 1 as well. So he's going to be moving the getaway track up with his BAM, with KOs, and with the overflow. Alright, so that's that. We'll set that down. We'll put that 6 health on the board. We'll put the getaway track marker on the 1 space there. We have our normal missions. We have defeat 9 thugs, rescue 9 civilians, or clear 4 threats. Our locations, I think I've featured most of these in the previous videos already. We've got the Arctic Research Station, Trucial Abysmia up the top there. We've got the Everglades where Zartan hangs out. We've got the Chaplain's Assistant School and the Pit, and you'll notice that underneath these 2 locations we have these are a bit like the I think it's, what do they call it, the danger room or whatever it's called in the X-Men expansion, but this is the motor pool, and this has an alternative end of turn effect. You can gain a vehicle from vehicle display. So the rules for vehicle mode, when we go into that, will show that you can have between 1 and 3 of these motor pools around the board in different locations, depending on how difficult or how you want to adjust the difficulty of the game. So we've got the Chaplain's Assistant School, we've got the Pit here, and we also have the old Spanish Fort. So let's have a look at these locations with the threats that we've got going on. So these are all based around this storyline where Cobra Commander is trying to escape various forces. And one of the scenes, he shows up at a masquerade party and has to escape from there. So this is a spot where if Storm Shadow lands here, he adds a civilian to this location. In all the confusion, or extra civilians are filling up the place and causing the getaway track to go up by 1. So add a civilian to this location and advance the getaway track by 1. So that's a lot there. And then when this threat is cleared, though, decrease the getaway track by 1. So one of the ways you can get the track to sort of keep coming back down whilst you're sort of waiting to get to that period where you're actually chasing him and grabbing him and trying to get him away from Storm Shadow, is by clearing these threats, because they will decrease the getaway track by 1. It cannot go to 0 by doing this effect though, but you get 3 heroics to clear it there. Now let's keep going around. Now you might notice there's some threats here. And we might think that these threats are working against us, which they are, but this is the Baroness, and the Baroness and Major Bludd are sort of backstabbing and being backstabbed by Cobra Commander at the time, so they're out to get him as well. So we've got 5 health here. She deals a damage to a hero in this and each adjacent location, and when the threat is cleared, we decrease the track by 1, so that's all good, but she's got a villainous plot here. Deal 1 damage to Storm Shadow if he lands in this location, even before the 2 missions are complete. So even though the absolute golden rule is that the villain can never be damaged before they're vulnerable, this is an exception to the rule because the villain himself is trying to damage himself. So this fight is trying to damage Storm Shadow. So if he's reduced to 0 health, the heroes lose. So this is another way we can lose, is if these guys get to Storm Shadow first, and by that time they've probably also found Cobra Commander. So 5 health, but they're also going after the villain. So let's skip across to the other version of that. So we've got Major Bludd up the top here, and Trucial Abysmia. So he's obviously on some sort of mercenary campaign up there, also looking for Storm Shadow. So he deals 2 damage to 1 hero in his location. Otherwise, the rules are the same. When this threat is cleared, we go down on the track by 1, and he deals 1 damage to Storm Shadow if Storm Shadow lands in this location, even before the 2 missions. So we'll put those down there. And then we've got a couple of other ones here. So this was a fun one. This is the car chase. So there's a car chase in the comics as well part of this. And so this one you need to spend 3 movement on here, and more thugs get added to the location because more bad guys are in the chase and stuff like that as they're showing up. So this one, you're required to spend some movement to clear this. This adds a thug to the location and advance the getaway track by 1 if Storm Shadow lands here, and then when this threat is cleared, decrease the getaway track by 1 as well. And then we have 2 identical threats here. These are the stakeouts. So this is where you're going and sort of having to stake out, so you kind of have to stay in one place. So heroes starting their turn in or entering this location cannot use any more cannot use any more movement that turn when this threat is cleared. Decrease the getaway track. So it kind of like locks you down in here until you can sort of clear these out. So there we go. We've got a stake out here at the Arctic Research Station. So obviously we've got a tip that Cobra Commander might be up here, or we've also got the tip that he might be hiding out in the Everglades with Zartan. So we've got another stake out up here as well. So that's the scenario. So one of those villain battles where instead of trying to sort of capture the essence of how the villain fights or that sort of thing, I'm sort of trying to tell a particular story with story beats throughout the mission. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So the last thing we're going to look, well actually the second last thing we're going to look at is the vehicle mode. So vehicle mode has a bunch of rules here. I do have some rules for vehicle mode here, but I thought let's just get into it. So I'll just sort of explain briefly what we have here. So you'll see there's a little sort of display down here as well, but there are good guy and bad guy cards in here. So a good guy card might look like this. So instead of having equipment cards, I really didn't like the idea of a big vehicle being an equipment card. We've seen, I think, like the what is it, the Batman? No, I don't know if the Batmobile is, but there were some other vehicles in previous versions of Marvel, and I think in the upcoming DC, where the vehicles are represented by equipment cards, and I just thought that's just didn't quite sit right with me. So I wanted to make a whole mode where you have these sort of bigger impact with these guys. So this is, for example, the amphibious personnel carrier. So we've got the sometimes they have an effect where you can bail out. So during any villain turn, you can flip this card face down to ignore 1 damage. So you can sort of like flipping it face down basically sort of counts as it being wrecked sort of thing, so you don't get the benefit of it anymore. Also, whilst you are in the vehicle, and these cards don't stay on the storyline, they go in your player area. While you have this face up, it gives you a transport capacity of 3, which means you can move other people around, up to 3 other heroes with you as you go around. Here, for example, we've got Bailout. This one has heavy armor, so when you pick up this card, you get to draw a card, essentially sort of increases your health. You become a bit more sort of like bulkier, and it also gives you a transport of 1 down here. But for example here it says heavy armor, draw a card when you play this card, or if you flip this face up, because there are ways that you can fix your vehicles, and if you flip the card back up you fixed it, so therefore you get to draw a card here as well. Let's have a look at some of these other ones here. Yeah, they're all pretty standard transport, so you'll see they all kind of look very sort of similar in that sense. There's a little slightly different one here. This one's an attack vehicle, so if there are no movement at the bottom of the latest 2 hero cards in the storyline, you may perform a move for free. But they're all very similar. Where their differences come in is the actual weapons that get outfitted on them as well. So you'll have all these different weapons that you have the bridge for the bridge layer. You might have a little autocannon on one of the vehicles there, Stinger missiles on another one. So that's where they come into it. And just to show you what we're starting with here, we have the Ram. So this is a motorcycle. It's got turbo thrusters, so it gives you a movement at the start of your turn, and it also has a Vulcan Gatling cannon. So use on your turn, you get to punch up to 3 different targets in an adjacent location, then turn this face down. And at the beginning of your turn, discard 2 action tokens to turn this face up. Alternatively, turn this face up when the Ram is turned face up by any effect. So basically, if you sort of repair your vehicle, you get your weapons back too. That's another way you can get those back. Here we have the Sky Striker, so it's got the bailout mechanic as well. Combat Jet though, on your turn you must move to another non-adjacent location, so you have to sort of like move to the other side of the board pretty much because you're going so fast. You can bail out though as well. And it has the Sparrow missiles. So this one says, use on your turn 2 punches in another hero's location, or place 2 stars on a threat in another hero's location. So you can sort of like do a airstrike, or you can do like a supply drop, or like, you know, a supporting fire type thing as well. So, or covering fire, I guess it is. But you've got those. Those are what we're going to start with here, which are very interesting because they give us a lot of movement. So I might want to sort of hold off on grabbing these to start with, so I can have a bit more movement towards the end of the game, because we are going to be trying to chase him down. Now, one thing I should also mention is, if we have a look at the bad guys, they'll have seated in here some sort of trap cards, and essentially, if we draw a card when we're setting up, or if we draw a card if we decide to go pick up a vehicle and we have to fill one into the display there, if one of these comes up, then the enemy get in a vehicle. So this one, for example, would give any hero that ends their turn in the villain's location would be dealt a damage by the buzzball. Some of them are more powerful than that. We've got the imp, which launches sort of landmines that sort of also cause you to sort of be really slow, having to go through there and you know, clear the landmines. You've got the Thunder Machine, the Dreadnoks. They've got the chain gun, so each villain turn after the villain's movement step, deal 1 to a hero in a location adjacent to the villain. This one also deploys extra thugs if they're deploying tokens that turn. Deploys it in their location. And we have the Hiss Tank as well, so when a hero is dealt any amount of damage by the villain's BAM effect, that hero is dealt 1 additional damage at the end of the villain turn, plus it's a behemoth, which essentially means that the villain has to basically be dealt or can basically ignore an extra damage per turn, plus it can deploy extra troops as well with its transport capacity. So that's what we have there. So we'll shuffle those up and see if that comes into play later on as well. And let's check out our heroes. So we're going to have Duke. Now, I don't have the models for these guys, unfortunately. I do have some models I can show off from Big Head Chibis, who have made some excellent G.I. Joe characters, but I just don't have these particular ones that we're looking at now. But we're going to have Duke, so our fearless sergeant. I think he's a sergeant. So he's got a starting hand card, and we'll draw 2 for him. 1, 2. We are playing vehicle mode, so we are supposed to take our double wilds out as well. You don't have to, you know, because it's a mode I've made up and you can kind of play however you want, but in theory this is supposed to make the game a bit easier, so you can take out your double wilds if you feel better doing that. So let's have a look what he's got here. His starting hand card is Real American Hero. You may use stars as punches instead. Okay, he's got Yo Joe. If you perform at least 2 heroics this turn, all other heroes may use a heroic in their location, and then I happen to have a heroic there as well, so he's all heroics all the time. There he is, so that's old Duke. Let's take out his double wild. Oh, there it is, happened to be on the bottom, so we'll just chuck that over there. And we've got a brand new, I think these are a couple of brand new characters to the channel, because I don't think I've shown these guys off yet. Let's get rid of his double wild here. We have Doc. So the medic of the team will shuffle up his cards. He's got 2 starting hand cards. I don't know how good this shuffling's going, but there we go. That'll do. So he's got one that says medic. Alright, so once during each of your turns, you may move 1 location closer to any hero with 1 or 2 cards in hand. Plus he's got a star. And here, field dressing. So for each heroic action you forfeit during your turn, you may place a heroic token on this card. During your turn you may discard heroic tokens from this card to have heroes in your location with 1 or 2 cards in hand. Draw a card per token spent. So you can basically put heroics, basically sort of put the field dressings, the supplies on here, and then spend them to do some healing. Then, oh sorry, we should be shuffling, sorry. There we go, and we'll draw 1 more card. And what did we get? Oh, it's a punch and a heroic. So there we go. And finally, we have Gung Ho. Now, Gung Ho doesn't have a... Oh, I should have He doesn't have a starting hand card, but I should have got rid of the double wild before I started shuffling. Luckily it wasn't too far in the deck there. Let's shuffle him up. So he's a pretty standard, pretty basic character. I didn't do too many tricky things with him, so he basically just sort of gives lots of punches and movement and that sort of stuff, and his specials do the same sort of thing, so he's very easy to use in that sense. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what he's got. We've got a single heroic, we have a move and a punch, and we have a heroic, so there we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let's get ready to rock and roll, I think. That's another character I haven't made yet, but let's see how we go, and we'll get down to the table. Oh, and I don't know if I showed these off, but I did want to just show off that this is the Cobra Commander figure, minus the base. This is, I printed them off on in the wrong size, unfortunately, but I thought I'd save the bases, but I've glued these guys down to this one, these other bases, just so we can show them off for the game. So Cobra Commander is going to go here, and here we have the villain version. Big Head Chibis has been kind enough to make a hero version and a villain version of Storm Shadow as well. So this is the villain version of Storm Shadow. Again, I've printed him off a little bit too small, so I'll have to try again, but there he is. So let's get down to business. Now, in terms of our characters, we're going to be using Nick Fury Sr. as Duke, and then we're going to be using Bishop as Doc, since I figure he's got this backpack type thing. It might be like his medikit or something like that. And then we've got Gung Ho, just because he's another character with a gun, using Forge. So there you go. Alright, so Storm Shadow, let's see if he can start making a getaway. Probably should shuffle this up too, shouldn't I? Alright, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And we'll see what happens. Luckily, we didn't draw any vehicle cards, so he's not driving around in a HISS tank to start with, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so we'll have a look at his movement here. Because he's got sort of like two states of the game, he's got a little bit of different stuff with his movement there, so we'll have a look at that. So, move to Cobra Commander's location. If possible. That's not the case in the game because Cobra Commander's not out yet, so in that case he moves 2. So he's going to move 1, 2. He lands at the car chase spot, so he's going to add... Oh, we just noticed we didn't actually have any thugs or civilians out on the board, so ta-da! All these great little minis by Minis from Mars have appeared on the board, but we do have to put a thug on the track here, or sorry, on the assistant school, and we have to increase the track here. So yeah, advance the track by 1, and that is it. So he's hopped in his car, and he's putting the pedal to the metal, and then he's doing a damage, 2 damage in this location, and then 2 damage over here. Luckily we've avoided that. He's lucky he's avoided Baroness and Major Bludd, and then he's going to put some tokens out. He's not in the vehicle, so he doesn't get to put any extras out, but he is going to overflow here. So 1, 2 on this side, and there's an extra one that should go down here. So unfortunately, we've already got another advancement on the track. We're on 3 already, so we need to start clearing some of these threats to bring that back into alignment. So let's maybe get started on that. And I think we're all good to go. Oh, you know what I did forget, sorry. Let's put that back because I forgot to do the BAMs. Before we put those tokens out, we were supposed to go around and do the BAMs. And even though Major Bludd isn't going to hit us, we are going to get hit here. Deal 1 damage to a hero in this and each adjacent location. So someone over here has to take a hit. And I think... who's got useful cards here? Maybe Duke can lose this single heroic here. Yeah, we might lose that. Then Duke is going to draw... oh, he's drawn himself another Yo-Jo, so he's given himself a movement one there. So that's, if he uses 2 movement, he can get everyone else to do a little bit of movement as well. But I think we may as well get this Real American Hero out. Yeah, because we've got no one to follow, so we're not going to be able to do 2 heroics with this one either, or 2 movement, so we may as well get the Real American Hero out here. So he's going to play that. Gives him a heroic. He could use it as a punch, so we could take out this thug here, but I think maybe we should get cracking on this masquerade party and try and uncover if Cobra Commander's hiding there. So we'll put a heroic down there. We'll actually use it as a heroic. Now the question is, Duke has done that. We'll draw a card for Doc. Doc's got himself a single movement. Well, that's handy. We want to be able to get to our Cobra Commander at the end of the game. Now I could play, that's very tempting to play the heroic and a punch, because then I could get rid of a thug and still work on that masquerade party, get that done. But I do think I need to get these down, and considering Duke is already hit, oh, now this is interesting. Do I put the field dressing down? Oh, medic. I definitely want to get medic happening so we can move. It might help us move at the end of the game, but let's put field dressing out. The question is, I could use both heroics here to finish this old Spanish fort off, but then I haven't built up any field dressing, which I could even forfeit one of these. And the way I intend this to be used is that you can sort of forfeit it during the turn, build it up, and even in that turn spend it if you want to. You could play extra hard mode where you have to gain the token at the end of the turn, and then you'd have it for the next round as well. Oh boy, I really would like to heal Duke, because if Duke gets hit again, he would be KO'd. But I would like to finish this off. But let's do our job. We may as well. All right, we're going to patch up Duke. So we're going to put one heroic down for 1 star here. We're going to place our other heroic on the card, but then we'll immediately spend that, and so Duke can get the benefit of that, and he will draw a card. He got himself a movement. Okay, so it's now up to Gung Ho. Gung Ho draws himself 2 punches. We know we've got a heroic here. We could move, or do we get cracking on? It's a bit of a different dynamic, this mission too, because you're not really saving a lot of punches for late game hunting down the villain. You're trying to escape. So what you're really saving instead of punches is movement. So I feel like I'm pretty safe using this double punch here. And we might just punch out these thugs. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about with the thugs is there seem to be a lot... Oh, I was going to say there's a lot more civilians out, but now he has added a bunch of thugs, so actually I feel a bit better about the balance of thugs and civilians. So maybe we will go for thugs as our other mission besides the threats. I think that's a good one to go for, because we want to decrease the getaway track, but I think getting rid of these 2 is a good idea too. So we'll punch those 2, plus we will place our last heroic from Doc's card there. That will clear the masquerade party. So Gung Ho comes in and just starts ripping masks off left, right and center. Okay, and that's cleared a threat, and it is going to let us rescue a civilian from that location as well. So that's handy. We're working on everything. And if we have a look here, we are going to get to decrease the getaway track by 1 as well. So that's just going to help alleviate things a little bit. Okay, just going to check the camera. All good. Alright, so it is the bad guy turn. So we have Storm Shadow going again. Alright. Now, I did clear this location, but at some point I'm going to have to start clearing some of these motor pools so I can jump in a vehicle too. That would be good. Alright, what have we got here? Okay. Drop the chandelier. So actually, I think this happens at the masquerade party. So just as they're about to capture him, Storm Shadow drops the chandelier on top of Roadblock and Duke, and he gets away. So this says move to Cobra Commander's location if possible. Otherwise, move clockwise to the next location with any hero. So, yikes. Alright, here we go. Now, there's no BAM, but this says deal 1 damage to each hero in Storm Shadow's location. Oh, man, okay. We each get hit. Well, let's take a single heroic from Gung Ho. Although, do we want... Oh no, I suppose on either side of us we've got punches and stars we need to spend, so maybe we can get rid of that heroic. I want to keep my medic card. Maybe let's put the single move away, so that we've got that maybe for late game. And then, do we... Maybe we do the same, but instead of putting the single move away, we'll put this like powerful move, so maybe we can use that later on. Alright, so deal the damage to each hero in Storm Shadow's location. Doc's going to be having to work overtime now with the field dressing. Heroes damaged by this effect cannot spend... Oh no, cannot spend move actions at all on the next turn. Oh, we're stuck. We're under the chandelier, and we're in a spot where there's nothing to do. Oh, that's terrible. Oh no, is that all heroes? Heroes damaged by this effect cannot spend move actions on their next turn. Oh no, that's the whole team. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, well, because there's nothing to do here. Oh, that's like snookered us for the whole turn. Alright, well let's see what we can do. What is Duke drawn here? Okay, so his turn, nothing else happens there because that was, he landed here, there was no landing spot effect, no BAMs, so we move on. You really got us there under the, oh man, we've got, look at this, we've got a move and a punch, we've got, oh, this is all bad because we're either wasting, we waste this one if we play this. We don't want to waste movement, but I mean both of these seem pretty bad to waste, I guess. Do we just lose the single movement? Ooh, I don't know. I kind of want as much movement as I can, but ugh. Yep, and I've got two punches from Gung Ho that I can't use. That's not good. Alright, that chandelier really hurt. Okay. Now, let's see. We draw a card for Doc. Ooh, now Doc. He's got a wild, but yeah, we still can't use movement. So we can't use it as a movement. Well, I think it's time to bring out the old medic card here. Now, once during each of your turns, you may move one location closer to a hero with one or two. They're all got one or two cards, but they're all in the same location. I thought maybe I can use this to escape, but all right, we'll put the medic card out. Another star wasted there, star and movement. But at least that's in play now, so from now on I can be able to sort of get a little bit of extra movement out of Doc in theory. And we've drawn Bayou Brawler. Okay, so he can move and do two punches, but that would be a bit of a waste now, so... Oh boy, yeah, okay, let's do the old, maybe lose a single star here. An entire round, that hurt. Okay, well, time for Storm Shadow to see what he's up to next. Hopefully not dropping another chandelier on us. No, okay, so move one, because he's not moving to Cobra Commander's location, so he's going to go clockwise. I can't remember if I gave him any anti-clockwise movement, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. So he moves one. Oh no! He moves one, he bams, so he doesn't hurt us, but he is going to... he is going to get hit... by the Baroness, so she does one damage to him, deal one damage to Storm Shadow, so he gets hit. Alright, down he goes. Alright, so there we go. We've got Baroness is doing better than we are. Alright, she's also going to hit us for one. Who's she going to hit? Who's got the most useless cards? Maybe this single wild from Doc. Let's put that one away, so Doc himself gets hurt. And then we've got some... We don't advance the track, no one's been KO'd. Oh, I did forget to advance the track, I think, for the BAM, didn't I? So the BAM, this should be up 2 more spaces because he would have gone up the track 1 more for that BAM, his original BAM, and then I don't think I moved that up, and then I definitely didn't move it up this turn. So I think that's correct. Alright. Or did I? I know I didn't do it this turn. it would have gone up one for, it would have started there, so the overflow happened. He went up. Let's just leave it there, that's fine. Alright, so and he's also going to put down a bunch of civilians. Let's see, there's no overflow this time, so that's okay. Alright, but we've got to be on the lookout now. We've got to get cracking. Okay, man, that would have been so good to just move in with 2 punches from Duke and start wailing on Baroness last turn as well, but it wasn't to be. So now we've got a heroic there, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Ah, what a shame. I've got Yo Joe, and I've got a star here, so that would give me 2 stars, but there's only one civilian to rescue there, and then they're all in the same spot, so them being able to use that star actually wouldn't be very useful. So what we will do is we will use the move and the punch that what did I just draw? I don't think I showed you. I drew 2 heroics there. We will do a move and a punch, but because we're a real American hero, we can pick up this star and throw it, and we can do some damage to the Baroness here. So I think that's what we're going to do. Or should we do some rescuing? Maybe we'll rely on someone else to do rescuing. Yeah, Doc should be able to rescue, right? Okay, so, although he's probably going to want to build up the bandages. Is anyone going to be able to rescue? Oh, maybe not. You know what? Let's maybe use this star actually as a single rescue. There we go, and we'll do a single damage to the Baroness. There we go. Alright, so we've moved, we've cleared a little bit of leeway there. And now, whose turn is it? It is Doc's turn. So Doc, oh man, I should have used that punch. Doc's got battlefield triage, so he can rescue 2 of them and then actually clear the whole location, but 1 goes to waste. Basically, we triage the casualties here. Is that what we want to do? I was going to come in and it's not going to give me any bandages though, is it? And I won't be able to finish off the Baroness. If I played this, I could come in, use 1 to either rescue or build up a bandage, and then I could do 2 punches, and that would allow Gung Ho to come in and sort of maybe finish her off. I think that's still better. I think in the long run, I like it. Maybe I can save that battlefield triage for another turn. So here's what we'll do. Doc is going to move in. He's going to... Oh, is he going to rescue or is he going to... He might actually put a bandage on his card. Okay. He'll come in, he'll do 2 damage to the Baroness. There we go. Turns out he would hurt a lady with glasses, so that's a bit rude, Doc, but he's going to come in and do that. He's built up his bandage, and then he might heal... Oh, does he heal himself, or... Maybe he heals Duke, just to give Duke a bit more variety here. So he's going to patch up Duke. Okay, so Duke gets to draw a card, and then... yeah. Oh, and you know what? He actually gets that movement for free, doesn't he? Because he's got medic. So I didn't really need to use that movement, so I could move again. Oh yeah, I might actually do that. Alright, so Doc is going to move back with his movement, because he used the medic ability to get over to Duke. He's going to come back here, finish his turn here, and that way he can rescue this civilian. Aha! There we go. We'll get some more. We're making up for this round here. That was pretty efficient. And then Gung Ho is going to draw a card. Ooh, Crazy Cajun. Okay. Yeah, this might be the one to play. I was going to play just the move and the punch. Crazy Cajun can protect me from getting hurt, although this is giving me a lot of movement. I might want to save that for late game. So you know what, I'm just going to use the move and the punch, because this will still give me what I want to do. So I'm going to move with Gung Ho. He's going to use a single heroic to rescue the civilian. That's why I thought I can afford to use a field dressing before. And then he's got 2 punches there. He's going to finish off the Baroness. So there we go. So we're going to draw the heroic goal back to 3 there. That's not too bad. Oh, and now, oh, this is interesting. I have cleared a location. That's another threat there as well. Okay, so now I've got a choice. I can either gain a token of my choice, or I can hop in a vehicle. Now I'm sort of tempted to go for the token, because these vehicles could be super useful later on. I don't want to get blown up in my vehicle. But I also just really would like to jump in a motorcycle with a Gatling gun on it. So that's what I'm going to do. So we won't take the token. We will gain this ram for Gung Ho. So now, one thing I didn't mention about vehicles is if you get KO'd while you're in a vehicle, the vehicle is automatically turned over. Alright, so there we go. We have a Vulcan Gatling cannon, so we can punch up to 3 different targets in an adjacent location, then turn this face down. And we also get turbo thrusters. We get an extra movement at the start of our turn. Alright, now we've drawn that though, so now we have to draw another card, and if it's a Cobra vehicle, Storm Shadow immediately hops in the vehicle. So let's, oh, it is 2, it's a Buzzball. Okay, so cutting wheel, so let's have a look at that. I showed that off before, but here we go. So any hero that ends their turn in the vehicle's location is dealt a damage. Oh no, that's not good when we're going to try and get him as well. Now, one thing we can do is we can, on their turn, a hero may forfeit 2 damage that they would have otherwise caused to the villain to destroy their vehicle. However, since we can't actually do damage to Storm Shadow yet, that is not an option available to us at the moment. So if we want to get him out of this Buzzball, we have to sort of do it once he becomes vulnerable. And I realized that I forgot to get out something that I've spent a lot of work putting together, the actual tokens for the vehicle mode as well. So if you want to represent your character in the vehicle, you can either replace the character with the vehicle token, or you can put the character on top. And I'm hoping down the track that we may even get some models for these. You never know, but in the meantime, we've got these cool models here. So I'm going to put their models on their cards for the moment, and we'll have their characters running around with these tokens as well. Okay, so we have the ram and we have the Buzzball. Alright, so now things are getting into high octane chase mode, so maybe we have to come over here and have a car chase with a ram motorcycle and a Buzzball. That would be pretty cool. Well, that was the last action from the good guys, the heroes, so let's see what Storm Shadow does. Oh, by the way, when that happens, you draw another one, so you always want to have 2 here. If you get another Cobra vehicle in that same draw, you just keep drawing and then shuffle any of the Cobra vehicles back in. So yep, we've got another Hiss tank here, so we're going to set that aside. We'll keep drawing. Here we go, we've got the Mauler tank. So this one, it has the bailout ability. It's, I think, a heavy armor vehicle, and it also has a big battle cannon, so we'll grab that card as well. Does 2 damage in an adjacent location. If it was a henchman or a villain, you can stun them. Doesn't give us a lot of speed though, so I'm probably not super tempted to take that one, but we'll see how we go. Then we take the Hiss tank and we shuffle that back in. Alright, shuffle, 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 and there we go. Alright, let's keep going. Storm Shadow. Alright, here we go. He is moving. He's going 5, so he's going to go back to... Oh no, he's going back to Doc's location. So much for that triage. We're about to lose that, aren't we? Oh no, it doesn't say. It doesn't say that he's doing damage here, or at least it doesn't say he's bamming. But let's find out. All right. Oh no. Okay, so he's not bamming, but he's advancing the getaway track by 2. So claw, aerial, escape. 1, 2. All right. This was a great moment in the comics where they thought they'd captured Cobra Commander, and then Storm Shadow flew in over the top in a claw sort of hang glider type thing and grabbed Cobra Commander and flew away with him. So the track has gone up by 2. Then move clockwise to the furthest location from any hero. So, oh, I just moved. What did I just move then, by the way? I think I moved the wrong. I think I moved Nick Fury, didn't I? Duke. Alright, so this was the token we're supposed to move. Alright, then he moves clockwise to the furthest location from any hero. So there's 2 heroes here, there's 1 here, so let's see. I guess this is the furthest. It's furthest from him. The next location furthest from any hero. Yep, I think that's over here. Alright, so we're going to put that down there. Because it's furthest, even though this spot is furthest from these guys, this spot is furthest from him, so that's the next one clockwise there. Alright, so he got away, went up by 2, but didn't do a lot of damage to us that time. It was all about escape that time, so we got lucky there. Doc was breathing a sigh of relief. Okay, and then battlefield triage. That's interesting. Alright, so let's see what Duke is going to do. We have a move and a punch. And where are we? So Duke is here. He's been given a move and a punch by Gung Ho. He's got a move and a heroic. A move. He's got 2 stars. So what we could do, okay, so we're not, I was thinking, okay, let's try and get up here to Major Bludd and do some more punching, because we've got the move and a heroic there, sorry, a move and a punch there, and if we play the move and the star, we could use that star as a punch. We could move 2 and get over here and punch him, but this stakeout is going to make us wait here at the Arctic station, so I could go back this way, but there's not much going on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to lean in. I'm going to go straight into this Arctic station. Oh boy, are we going to have what we need to finish it off though? Let's have a look. Alright, well let's try. Yeah, alright. So we're going to play that. That's going to give us the movement we need to get into the Arctic Research Station. The other option I've got is I could stay in this location and pick up the combat jet. But let's keep working on these threats, because otherwise we're going to be in a bit of trouble, I think. So we're going to move. The punch goes to waste though, doesn't it? But there's not much I can do about that punch. I don't think I was really ever going to be able to get anywhere to do the punch. I could have gone this way, I guess. On 1, 2, and started punching over here. No, I think I want to get rid of this. So let's go 2 heroics on here, and that's pretty much our turn for Duke. Alright, so Doc. Might be time to get a triage going. So he's drawn himself a single heroic, and he's drawn himself a battlefield triage. Interesting. He could rescue up to 2 civilians in his location. 2 heroics. What am I going to do with that? Because if I... Oh man, okay, this is not great. If I play this, my 2 heroics that would have rescued these guys, I could just rescue them anyway, so then the 2 heroics are going to waste, and the movement I need to get here, I can't use on this. Do I go? Which way do I go? Oh man, this is tricky. So, maybe I save this for... but what am I going to do if I just... I'm wasting 2 heroics there if I... Interesting. I'm wasting those heroics, but see, what I'm thinking is... unless I draw a heroic from Gung Ho, which I don't think he's got, Gung Ho coming over here is going to get stuck in this spot. And that's not great. But if I give him the heroic from Doc, he can clear this and then maybe keep moving. Yeah, I think it might be worth it. So let's do this. We'll play the 3. Oh, that just feels like a waste for Doc as well, doesn't it? Oh, you know, no, it isn't. What am I talking about? Holy moly. Remember how your own characters work. Okay, here we go. Because I can finally just sit there and go, you know what? Sometimes you just need to start packing medical kits. So that's 3 heroics he's not using. So now he's got a bunch of field dressings, and he can now spend... Let's have a look. What's my rule say here? During your turn, you may discard from this token to have heroes in your location with 1 or 2 cards in hand. Draw a card per token spent. So I guess I could spend both. I could spend 2 of them and heal Doc back up to full. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So 1 and 2. All right. That was a good turn. And now Gung Ho. So he's going to rev his engines here. He can move. He gets a movement at the start of his turn. Let's draw a card as well. Oh, we did get a star after all. Alright, well, that's okay. He's going to... I think we'll still go this way. So he's going to roar over to this spot here. That's his motorcycle movement there. Then... Oh, should we do that as well? That could be a good idea. Do we do that? I think so. Okay, so he's going to play... Ooh... Yeah, let's keep going this way. He's going to play the Bayou Brawler? Yeah, let's play this one. He's going to play the Bayou Brawler. So that's going to give him for his turn, he's playing the star. There we go. That clears that location. We also get to drop this down by 1. Then he's going to open fire with his Vulcan Gatling gun, so he's going to fire at 3 different targets. So he's going to clear 2 thugs, 1, 2, and he's going to deal 1 damage to Major Bludd. Okay, and then he is going to keep going into this spot here, and he is going to use his 2 punches here to do 2 more damage. He's going to dive off the motorcycle and clothesline Major Bludd. So Major Bludd has 2 wounds left. So we're in a bit of a pickle here. We've got 2 damage. Ooh, if we bans, we're in a bit of trouble here. Oh, I didn't think about that. This motorcycle might crash and burn, but that's okay. Oh, I really should have saved that for late game, shouldn't I? Alright. Okay. Maybe this wasn't the best move. Doc, we need a medic. Okay. Okay, Gung Ho. That was pretty heroic. I liked that. That was good. We cleared this. This also gives us the option to discard civilians or thugs from any location, but it is discard rather than defeat or rescue. Alright. Alright. Let's just hope we get another aerial escape, maybe, or something that doesn't do a... I mean, preferably not one of those chandelier things again, but not a band would be good. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, it is it? Oh, claw aerial escape. Okay, so, phew. Okay, Gung Ho, you got away with one there. Okay, so let's have a look. He's going 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We advance the track by 2. I mean, we're celebrating, but, you know, the track is on 6 now, so that's not great. Then he moves clockwise to the next spot furthest away. So where are we here? So, oh boy, we're kind of all spread out, aren't we? I guess this is the next spot furthest. Oh no, that's this guy. So I guess this is the next spot furthest away from a hero, because that's this guy here. Yep. Okay. All right. Ooh. All right, we want to. He seems to be making 2 steps forward and 1 step back if we can clear a thing, but he's getting a bit further ahead than us, isn't he? We have to start concentrating on getting rid of either thugs or civilians. It looks like thugs isn't going to do it for us at the moment. So if we can, we want to focus on civilians, because there are enough civilians that we can clear that. Right. We also have to be careful here too, don't we? Because this is going to make us get stuck. So we really want to clear this. I think this is a goal for us. This should be our... Oh, so maybe Major Bludd isn't the best bet. We can leave him... Oh, now hold on. Mr. Buzzball landed here too, didn't he? Yes, he did. So we should be taking another damage off our friend there. And any hero that ends their turn in the villain's location is dealt a damage. Right, did anyone end their turn in his location? Oh, I can't remember. Apologies, guys. There may... I'm trying to think where he ended up. Oh, I'll have to watch that. So, sorry, guys. There may be someone here who should be a little bit more wounded than normal. Alright. Let's see. Duke. Let's pick up a card. He's got himself a single wild. We might hold on to that. Where are you, Duke? You're over here. I would like to get to that stakeout. How's that going to work? What have we got? We've got a movement, so the Yo Joe thing isn't super helpful. Maybe we do the move in heroic. Or do we just do the wild? Maybe we save the move in heroic. Let's just use the wild, I think. Alright, so we're going to move... Let's move into this spot. We'll rescue a civilian. And let's get into the combat jet. Alright. Duke's going to hop into the combat jet. There we go. And we have to draw another card. It is the toss and cross. Alright, so it's a bridge layer. Oh, that could help. No, that's not going to help there, is it? No, okay. But the bridge layer, you and any other heroes in your location may ignore any effects that require 2 movement instead of 1 movement to leave that location. If your location overflows, turn this card face down. So there we go. Put that there. Alright, we are now... So that was Duke's turn. Didn't do a lot, but he's picked up maybe some advantageous stuff here as well, so that could be good. Alright. Doc. Well, Doc's got a few options now. Let's draw a card for Doc. He's got 2 battlefield triages. He's got a double heroic and he's got a move in heroic. What are we going to do here? We've got a wild. Should we... You know what? Let's play a double heroic, because that's going to help gung-ho in his turn. So let's use the wild from Duke. Let's head over here. Now, should we rescue 2? Or should we... We've already got a bandage, so that's alright. Who's wounded? Who is wounded? Duke is not wounded, but gung-ho is. So we had a free movement. So yeah, going here is a free movement. So then we can use this wild. Actually, we can either defeat a thug or... I'm actually tempted to put a movement on here without having to spend a move action. Yeah. We'll use the wild as this movement here, I think. Yeah. Alright, so now it is Gung Ho's turn. So Gung Ho is still on this motorcycle. Okay. He's going to roar around into the Everglades. He's going to, that's his free move. Now he cannot use movement from the rest of this turn. Oh, he's drawn himself a Crazy Cajun. He's got two versions of Crazy Cajun, you can see here. One's got more movement, one's got more punches. So it might be the time... Or is it time to play? I was going to say maybe time to play Crazy Cajun. Because we can do some punches here and we can still put 2 stars here. But you know what? Let's do it because we can finish this off all right now. And its name of the game is clearing a threat right before it gets too high. So he's roared into the Everglades. He's going to play. He's going to play 1, 2, 3 heroics. So that's going to clear that one straight away. And that's another. So we've cleared the threat. So now Storm Shadow is under pressure. All right. But I feel like making him under pressure at the end of Gung Ho's turn is not too bad. Okay. And it also drops this back by 1 because we had cleared another threat. So that's not too bad. Alright. And then we could heal here if we draw a card. It says reveal the top card of your deck. If that card has a movement or a punch at the bottom, which is very likely with Gung Ho, you may draw it. If not, you have to discard a card. Okay, so we reveal this one. Oh no! It's a wild. Oh no, that's even worse. Okay, so we know we're getting a wild, but we have to lose one of these. Well, let's try and keep our double move Crazy Cajun, I guess. Keep that in play if we can. Although we're about to have a villain turn, aren't we? Maybe because we're probably about to take a hit, let's maybe put that one at the bottom. And then we're maybe hopefully likely to see it come up in a future turn. Yeah, okay. Alright. Depends on, we're sort of banking on being unlucky here, aren't we? Alright, the Buzzball. Now, wait, the Buzzball was over here, was it? Oh, and Doc ended his turn here, so Doc does have to take a wound because we ended our turn in the thing. So let's lose one of the battlefield triages. Alright. At least we remembered that rule once. Let's have a look. Any hero that ends their turn, in the villain's location takes the damage. Okay. Oof. Okay. We have Storm Shadow. It's a BAM. Well, luckily Gung Ho's not standing on Major Bludd spot anymore, so maybe this is good. He's going 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just got to remember the Arctic Research Station is dangerous now. We have, he's going to do a BAM, so he's going to advance the track. He is going to deal a damage. Oh no, Doc's about to get hit here, and he is going to take 2 hits. And unfortunately, because of that extra hit he took, that's a KO. Let's do that. All right. So that's a KO. So that advances the track as well. Oof. And then he's going to put out a bunch of thugs. Ooh. Right, 1 and 2 and 2. My goodness. And 3. There we go. So 1, 2 in this spot, 1 and 2 there. Oof. Okay. So the name of the game is clearing thugs now, so we can track down Cobra Commander's location. So now. The Sparrow Missiles. Okay, so Duke. He's going to draw a card. It says here though, on your turn you must move to another non-adjacent location. Okay. So we've got a punch, a single punch. What have we got here? We've got a heroic. Our characters in spots where we... see, our other two heroes are not in spots where punches are going to be useful. So maybe we don't use that Yojo. What about this Yojo? We could do a bunch of punching here. If you do at least 2 punches. But we don't have another punch. Oh, yes, we... Ooh, hold on. What's that? If you perform at least 2 punch actions this turn, and we can use heroics as punches. Yes, you may use thingy as punches instead. So Yojo, we could do this, although he doesn't have another person to punch, or does he? Yes, he does. He's got that there. Ooh, is it worth taking a damage though? Because we could do... He could do 2 damage, and then the others could do 2 damage, could do a damage each, and that would be 1, 2, 3. Is that worth it? Just to sort of clear a bunch of stuff to make the overflow less painful. Going for the thugs actually might not be a bad idea. Otherwise, Yojo, no, that's not really that useful. We could just use this and rescue 2. If I did this, who's coming up next? It's going to be Doc, and Doc's all the way on the other side though. So he's not going to really be able to get to the Buzzball in time. Although, so maybe we save this for when we're trying to track him down. Maybe this round, since Doc wasn't going to be in a position anyway, maybe Doc just helps out clearing this. So yeah, maybe we do this. Alright, here we go. So we're going to move into this spot. We are going to take a damage. I might just lose a single punch. So we take a damage for ending our turn here. We are going to do 2 damage though, so we'll deal 1 punch here, and we'll deal another punch here. I'm actually thinking I'd rather do them here, so I'm going to put one back there and do that. Now, because I've done 2 punches, Yojo, the others can do a punch in their location each. So that brings us very close there. And then we ended our turn, so we can discard a civilian or a thug from any location. Let's discard this one. Yeah, why not? That's discarded though, so he doesn't count. I had to move to an adjacent location though, didn't I? Okay, so let's put that back. Okay, that goes there. So I did my move, I went here, but I do have to move to a non-adjacent location. So, actually what I can do that at the beginning of my turn. I'll move to here, that's non-adjacent. And then, so I race over here, and then I'm going to use the movement from our friend Doc's card to come back here. So that still all works out. So yeah, we'll put this guy over here. Yes, okay. It just forces you to have to do some maneuvering here. So we've done that. Oh, and you know what? No, I might save this for... Well, I might save the Sparrow missiles for when things are getting tough. Because again, we're not really in the position to sort of be able to get to Cobra Commander, are we? No. Okay. So, Doc's turn. Doc's going to wake up. Doc has to do at least 1 punch, and then maybe if he can put some movement down, yeah, that would be good. That way Gung Ho can maybe do some stuff, get where he needs to be next turn. Alright, so Doc is going to play... let's use just a single move at this stage. He's going to use that single move. So, he's going to punch this. Oh, and actually, you know what? If he's got that move there, he can place that on this car chase as well. There we go. I think, is there a turn that maybe he landed here and I was supposed to trigger this again? I'm not sure. I could have forgotten that as well. Alright, so we have cleared the thug mission. There we go. Alright, and we're off to the races. So he's now vulnerable, so Cobra Commander now goes into his location. And that is, yeah, so once 2 missions are cleared, place Cobra Commander's token on Storm Shadow's location. When Storm Shadow moves, he goes with him. Okay, so here we go. So Cobra Commander is there. Now, time to see what Storm Shadow does. Alright, so he's going to go next here. Alright, so we have... Oh no, he's dropping the chandelier. Oh no. Move Cobra Commander, move, sorry. Oh good, okay, well it's bad for Duke, but move to Cobra Commander's location if possible. So yep, he's already there. Otherwise move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. No, but that's fine. Deal a damage to each hero in his location, so Duke is going to take a hit here. Let's lose Yo-Jo now, since having that movement is probably going to be more advantageous. Alright, and now Duke, on his next turn, let's put a little token down to show that he can't do movement on his next turn. So let's put this down here. Okay. He can use his jet though, so that could be that could be a saving grace. All right. Yes. All right. There we go. And now Gung Ho. Gung Ho. All right. So Gung Ho is going to draw a card. He's got the single card here. I wish I'd had that other Cajun one, right? Oh no, Crazy Cajun. Is he going to have what he needs? So he's got the move. He's got a free movement with his motorcycle, so he tears around here. What I want to do is I want to use this movement to get into the space and then another movement to get out, so I'm at least one spot further away. Yes. And I don't want to end my turn in his space either. So that's alright. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to play Crazy Cajun, I'm going to play Gung Ho Wildcard. So he's going to move in, he's going to grab Cobra Commander. Now, which way am I going to go? Which way am I going to go? Oh, it's not going to help Duke, because Duke has to move to a non-adjacent location, but then he still can't move. What was the card? It says cannot use movement actions on their next turn. So it's going to be a bit of a bummer, but let's just try and get him a bit further away. Let's at least not stand on Major Bludd, so let's head this way. Okay, so Gung Ho is going to race over here. He's got Cobra Commander strapped over the back of the bike there, and so now we are ending our turn, so we get to move it down one and move it down another one because we're one space away. We are in this space here. I could jump in another vehicle, but these ones aren't too speedy, so I think I'm going to take a speed. I'm going to take a movement token. Alright, now Duke, unfortunately, Mr. Duke, you are not going to have much of a useful turn here. You can play a movement card down, I guess, to help Doc out, I guess. Hopefully get Doc in a bit of a better spot. So maybe let's do that. So we can play this. We have to move to a non-adjacent location. We can't use this, but let's... Yeah, we cannot spend movement actions either, so we can't even put them on here. Where are we going to go? I guess let's land here. No, we can't. This has to be non-adjacent. Okay, don't cheat. Okay. Where do we want to go? Well, let's maybe go here so we don't have to worry about accidentally hurting ourselves here. Yeah, and then we've got a bit of a spread. Okay. If he ends up over here, we're in a bit of trouble. But alright, so we've used our jet to go over here. Now we can drop a payload here in another hero's location, but it'll be 2 stars or 2 punches, and that's not really that helpful, so I won't worry about that. I suppose I could have landed in a spot and contributed to some things here, but none of that's really that useful. So I think this is a bit safer. All right, we can only rescue a civilian from our location, so that's not going to help. So it is now Cobra Commander's turn. It's Storm Shadow's turn. All right, so now we're reading the top bit which says move to his location. Right, so move to Cobra Commander's location. Here we go. Poor old Gung Ho is finally going to get bammed here, so he goes flying off the bike. Bailing out isn't an option on the bike, it's too flimsy. And the bike unfortunately does get knocked over, so we don't have that free movement anymore, which is a shame. Alright, so move to Cobra Commander's location if possible. Advance the getaway track by 1. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in his. Yeah, we've done that. If in Cobra Commander's location, move clockwise to the next location opposite a hero. Okay, so because he's bamming, that didn't happen last time because it wasn't part of the bam, but he's going to move now. He's going to head in and he's going to take Cobra Commander away from Gung Ho. So Gung Ho's being KO'd, we lose that. Gung Ho's down there, lost the vehicle. And the next location opposite a move clockwise to the next location opposite a hero. So that is clockwise. Yeah, that is here because this is opposite this hero here. Are we back to Doc's turn and he's still on the other side of the board? Ah, man. Okay. So okay, Doc, what are you doing? We need to get someone there, don't we? Alright. Oh, and hold on, we've got to put some thugs out as well. So 1, 2, 1, and 2. Okay. Doc. Well, moving 2 isn't going to be super helpful. Did I draw a card? I think I did. Is Doc being hit? Maybe I'm supposed to draw one more. I think I'm supposed to draw one more. Alright, I'm moving a heroic. What could we do with this? Not going to get to where we need to go. The next person though is going to be Gung Ho. Gung Ho's waking up here, so if we can at least give Gung Ho some extra movement, that would be good. So let's get him a... Let's maybe do the move and the... No, let's do the wild. Alright, so we will place a heroic, we'll place a movement in here. Okay. And then that clears that. That's another down on the track, which is good. And then let's maybe move... Ooh. We're going to have... I don't know if we've got that. Well, let's head this way with Doc. So we placed a movement, we've moved, and... well, that's all we can do, because the star, we can't really do much with the star. And then we have to draw a card. We did get a movement, so we get to keep that card. Alright. Now, Gung Ho is next. So Gung Ho, you need to really get cracking on this chart here. We've got a movement token. We get to draw 4 cards. I really would like that super Cajun. Crazy Cajun, we got it. Alright, yes. Okay, this could be good. So now we've got the move, punch, and an extra move there. Along with Doc's wild plus our move token, we could get quite a fair way away here, I think. So let's try this. So up he gets. I would like to stay here and get another vehicle, but let's do it. 1. Now where is... Okay, we want to meet over here because we want Duke to be able to get... Oh no, oh hold on. He's probably going to rescue before Duke can move though, isn't he? Alright, so we've moved 1 with our movement token. Alright, then we can use the wild to move away. Okay, and we'll take Cobra Commander with us. Then we will, that's the move to get away. And then we've got 2 more movement and a punch. So let's go a move, and we've got to use the punch. I would have liked to use it on Major Bludd, but I've kind of done that back to front. I suppose I could have done this in a different order, but yeah, you know what, I can trigger that, can't I? So let's not get rid of that guy. Let's actually do a punch to Major Bludd and do the movement there, and then we will move again with that movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all right. I think we spent all the movement and we did the 1 punch there. I think that's all correct. Maybe we would have had an extra wild or something up our sleeves, but I think that's okay. So we got over here. This says you may draw cards until you have 3 in hand, or actually we can get in a vehicle here too. Maybe that's not a bad idea. We've got Crazy Cajun, so now we can flip this to ignore a damage, which is pretty good. I'm already at full health, so I don't need to do that. So maybe I get in a vehicle. I mean, we could be tempting the Cobra forces to get in one, but let's get in the mauler. Let's get in the big thing. All right, the big tank. All right, so we get to draw another card. Okay, excellent. And we now have this big cannon we can fire as well. We have also ended over here, so we are moving 1 down the track, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're down to the one space. All right, we've just got to get him a little bit further away. Okay, but unfortunately he's about to make his escape, isn't he? All right. So let's see. He's going to move directly to our location. Where is he? He's over here. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't flip the vehicle to see. Oh no, he gets in a hiss tank. Oh goodness. Oh, this is not good. Okay, so we replace that. Okay, the hiss tank comes out. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. Okay, he's in the hiss tank. He means business. We've got to put another. We've got to keep drawing until we get a Joe vehicle. We've got the Wolverine. Okay, we've got the Stinger missiles. But he's moved over here. Okay, he got himself in a vehicle last turn. He's going to deal 2 damage in his location and in the opposite location. So no one over here, but he is going to be hitting Gung Ho again. And then the hiss tank does an extra damage. Any hero dealt any amount of damage by the villain's BAM is dealt 1 additional damage. So we're getting hit for 3, but luckily Gung Ho has the he's got the Crazy Cajun, so we may as well do that. And then he can also, does he just bail out of this tank? Maybe he just bails out of this tank. He can block another damage, and he's only taking 1 damage then. Yeah, flip. Okay, we'll lose our mauler. We got in and we got blasted straight away, but that will stop us taking a damage, and so we blocked 2 damage, and then it actually technically says if you take any amount of damage, they're dealt an additional damage at the end of the villain turn. But he hasn't actually taken any damage. I guess you could to ignore 1 damage, so I guess I don't actually take that extra damage. You could play on hard mode and say that yes, you took damage but you blocked it or something. But I think we're good. We saved that. We survived that explosion. The tank's not looking very good though. But he is now going to jump to the next space opposite a hero. So he's going to go. This is opposite over here, isn't it? Okay, he's opposite this guy. All right. So. He's going to put 3. 1, 2, 2. Oh, overflow here, 1 here. And because of the tank, it's putting out an extra thug as well. So that's overflowing. So there's 2 overflow spots, and that causes a 1 and a 2, and also because he did his bam, that's 3. So we're back up to 4 again. Yikes. Okay, I've got to try and get that Cobra Commander out of here. Okay, so is it Duke's turn? I think it's Duke's turn. Where are you, Duke? You're in your jet. Oh, he's got to go to a non-adjust. Oh, now hold on. He can move now though, can't he? So that's good. Oh, we've got the movement. Do we have 2 movement? Oh no, he had to flip his card. Oh no, why did I flip the card? It had a movement. Oh, what a fool. I should have taken that hit. Oh no. Ah, that would have given everyone extra movement. They would have all been closer to getting there as well. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Okay. Let's see. He has to move, but we can do this afterwards, can't we? Yes, okay. So on your turn, we've got nothing from here. We can do a single movement. This is good. Okay. Yes, because on your turn you must move to another non... Oh, yes, doesn't say you have to do it first. So I'm going to move Duke in. He's going to grab Cobra Commander. Unfortunately, we're not yo-joing anyone because they're all like, man, you're in a jet. We can't really like follow you. So he's moved to get to this spot. Then he's going to move to a non-adjacent location. So he's going to go to the opposite spot, and that should help us out. Yes, okay, because then we end our turn. Oh, we've got to draw a card to see how dangerous that spot is. Oh no, we take a hit. Oh no. Oh. This is bad. Okay, hold on a second. What's the timing of this? When heroes end their turn in a location. Usually when you have your end of turn stuff, you can choose which one you do. So let's just say we do this first. So we've ended our turn here. That's going to be 1. So 1 down, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we would win there, but we did get KO'd there because we ended our spot in Zartan's shack here, which technically A, we got KO'd, so that pushes the thing up again, and B, if we got KO'd first of all, we probably would have got pushed back even further. Let's just say, let's take a bit of both. We'll say it's there, and then luckily not Duke. It's not good having Duke and Doc in the same game because I keep getting them mixed up. Doc is nearby though, and so he can just basically end his turn in that spot, and that's going to push it up this way, and all good. So even if, let's say that had happened, would Doc be able to get him further enough back? Let's play it out. Let's see. So Doc draws a card. I think we're all KO'd here. Oh, and the Sky Striker, because we got KO'd, the Sky Striker, we go down. Oh, I suppose we could, during, that's our turn, yeah, we can't bail out when it's our turn. Doc is going to draw a card. He's got all his cards here. He's going to move, doesn't have to move, actually. But let's play a movement card, just so if Gung Ho needs it, he can use it. Yeah, let's do that. Yep. Alright, again, the star's going a bit to waste here. We will stay where we are because we're on the opposite side. So that's going to be 1, and then 1, 2, 3. But it is now or Storm Shadow's turn. He's going to go straight to us. 1, 2, 3, comes straight to us. He's going to bam Doc. Doc is going to actually get KO'd here, isn't he? Because he'll lose 2 cards, and then he'll lose another one at the end of the turn from getting hit by the Hiss tank. So that is going to push, he's bamming, so he goes up the track by 1, then he's also caused a damage there. Is he hitting anyone on the opposite side? No, he's not. He's going to put out 1, 2, plus the extra transport, troopers on the back of the tank. 1, 2, 3, he's putting another couple there. Okay. Alright, and now, Gung Ho, do you have what it takes to get away here? So, how far away can we get? We're only on the 3, so we just got to get a couple of spaces away, don't we? Alright, Gung Ho. Maybe you do this. You're going to play the move. So he's got a move, a star, and a punch. He's going to move 1, and then he's going to move away, taking Cobra Commander with him. He's going to punch out Major... Oh, and he's going to punch Major Bludd. Aha! There we go. That could help. And with his punch there, and we may as well do a rescue as well. And then he's going to... oh, and you may discard a card to give a token to each other hero. Oh, yes please. Yes please, let's discard a card. Gung Ho's going to lose a card. Yep. Alright. And that's going to give a move token to our friends. And that's going to be very handy. And now, how far away are we? We got 1, and then we're 1 away, so we're on the 1. And then Duke can wake up. Alright, and finally Duke has a movement token. There we go. And I think this is legit. We've got, well, he's got all... Oh man, he doesn't have much else, does he? We're given a movement by Gung Ho. So he's going to use a punch, just to punch Cobra Commander while he's at it. Roughing up the prisoner. He's going to use his movement token there. He's going to use 1 and then move away here, take Cobra Commander with him to the Arctic Research Station, do some punches there, and that will do us. I think we finally have escaped with Cobra Commander. There you go, Storm Shadow. We got yeah. So sorry for all the confusion and bits and pieces going on there, guys, but hopefully you got to see how fun that was, and what a big impact the vehicles can have on the game, and you know, the sort of, they're a bit sort of larger than life than just the equipment cards and things like that, which was cool. And because they've got equipment cards attached to them, they can be kind of modular too, so you can sort of like play around with having different weapon fit outs and stuff on the vehicles and that sort of thing as well. I hope you guys liked the heroes there. I hope you liked the what Doc was bringing to the party. He did forget to heal some friends there at certain stages of the game, but yeah, hopefully that gives you a sense for where the G.I. Joe range is at the moment in terms of all the interactions you can have with them. I hope you liked the story nature of this Storm Shadow fight. I know there was a lot to track, and I sort of, you know, even myself, I sort of forgot a few bits and pieces here and there, but I think it's still pretty fun, and I can say when you're sort of playing with friends and stuff as well, when I've been doing the play testing with this, it's also handy to have a couple of, you know, people controlling the game, and this sort of stuff's a bit easier to track when you're not just one person trying to remember all these bits and pieces. So, but yeah, I always have a bit of fun with this one, even if I know I've sort of missed a spot here or missed a step or whatever it might be. I still like the back and forth nature of the, you know, he's getting away and then no, we've reeled him back in and he's getting away again, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, anyway, well, thank you very much, guys. That was Storm Shadow with the G.I. Joe vehicle mode thrown in. I really hope you guys check it out either on Tabletop Simulator, or you can go to the CMON United wiki and print out the stuff there either professionally or get the home print stuff just printed at home. Or if not, I hope you're just enjoying watching these videos and that sort of thing as well. Definitely you know, stick around on the channel for lots of great gameplay from Nelly Nell and Helios 23. I've just printed off a bunch of Diversion Architects Sentinel stuff, so I want to bring that to the table soon as well. We also have Mazu, and I think there's a guy called Hyper Viper or something, and James Irish, all these guys coming in and making new homebrew stuff and that sort of thing as well. Mazu and those folks are making a lot of great alternate Season 1 heroes and villains, and Season 2 heroes and villains and things like that. So if you like the official content but you just want to sort of like some little variants of it, or just some sort of upgrades or some extra tweaks of difficulty, they're making a lot of that stuff as well. So Really, in terms of the homebrew scene, there's so much stuff out there, whether you want whole new IPs or you just want sort of tweaks to existing stuff, there's stuff to find there as well. So yeah, definitely stick around on the channel. I'll be trying to show off as much of that as I can. But the next game should be a regular Marvel United game using official characters, so that's the next one to check out. Yeah, we'll keep rolling on. Alright, thanks very much guys. Meeple Monkey out. See ya.